So I was thinking on doing a live stream of something that I'm doing, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. I thought of doing it live because why not? What else am I gonna do? It's kind of loud in here. I think you guys can hear me okay, but I have to use ear protection for most of the things that I do, so I just leave them in. So I hope you can hear me all right. If not, I'll do a voiceover if I can. But what I'm working on right now, it's on this bowl, and I thought maybe people would be interested on seeing how I worked it out, or make the bowl out of a raw piece of wood. This wood was sometimes something like this, and my buddy Nat sent me this. I think it's red maple, I think. So I cut a chunk out of this, and then I took it over to my bandsaw that's over there, and I made it into an octagon. I was having some issues cutting it because it's a big chunk of wood. So then I brought it over to my table over here, to my table saw, and I used this crosscut sled to turn it into an actual octagon. And then I mounted it over on the lathe, which is this machine that I have right here. Sorry, my camera, it's kind of weird. I still don't know how to do this. So I mounted over here with this screws so I can make it an actual round piece of wood, or make it turn true as they call it. And what I'm gonna do is on this side I'm gonna do a mortise so I can then turn it around and make the actual bowl. And I'm gonna show you how I do it. First, I'm gonna do a little bit of a compilation of how it's going, and if you guys want to see more, I might do a live feed or another video on how it's going. All right. So right now I have an idea of how I want it to look. It's gonna have a little concave right here, and I had a little bit of a catch right there, so I have to eliminate that so I can make it easier for myself in a little bit. So I'm getting rid of that, and then I'm gonna make the back part, so I'll bring you over on the other side. So right here I have a very bad catch. I put the chisel in a wrong position, so it kind of catches and it takes a chunk out of it. I kind of have to give it a little bit more character or change of design just because I mess it up. So I'm gonna take a little bit more wood, through this up, and make the mortise that I need for the chuck later on. So here's a preview of how it's looking right now. I kind of like this wavy look because the grain of the wood is pretty nice, and it's gonna give it a very nice effect with those little ripples. And what I was saying earlier is I'm making this mortise right here because once I'm done with this, I'm gonna put that right there, and then this expands the other way around and it holds it. So then I can turn it the other way around and attach it over here and hollow the inside. And then what I like doing is putting a little bit of mineral spirits in a little piece of towel or rag, and then let it spin a little bit to clean it off and get a little preview on how is it going to look. And I do the mineral spirits because they dry pretty fast, but it kind of gives me an idea of how the grain is going to come up once I put some finish on it. I put some more mineral spirits, but doesn't that look beautiful? Look, this is where a limb was growing, a branch, and then there's another knot right here, which was another branch that was coming this way. It's gonna look pretty awesome. I'm gonna drill a hole right here. I measured the depth of to where I want to get, taking into consideration the mortise that I made on the bottom. Of course, I don't want to get that deep, because then of course the bowl would have a hole in it. So I measured this distance, and I'm going to drill the hole, and once I start carving and there's no more hole, then I know I reached the depth that I needed to. Often I go a little bit shy of the hole because I don't want it, I prefer to have extra material to carve into than not having enough. I just need to find center, and I just put a little bit of tape. Once the tape starts brushing the little chips off the surface, then I know that I'm right where I want to be. So this is what I was saying earlier. Right now that I'm carving, I drilled a hole to this depth, and I know that whenever there's no more hole, I am pretty close to the depth that I want to reach. So right now I'm just hogging out all of it right here. I like doing this pieces from solid wood because they turn out pretty cool, that just one block turns into this very nice piece. But I also like doing segmented bowls, which are made of a bunch of different segments, of course, different woods, and I'm gonna try to do something with some of those. And I think I have some butternut and some walnut and stuff that I want to do, or that I want to use for another bowl. But right now this is turning out to be pretty nice. I really like it. I think it's looking pretty awesome. Right now I put a little bit of ribs to the inside. That's as much as I'm gonna go, because I want to have this curved bottom. I think it looks pretty nice. Let's take this out of the way if I can. And then this ripples, I think they look fantastic. I'm gonna give it a little bit of sanding, and then a little bit of finish. So now I sanded it and I put some finish. I don't like putting a lot of finish on it or anything that is very shiny because it doesn't look natural. So now what I'm gonna do is take it off, turn it around, and I'm gonna use this other chuck that looks like a UFO. And what this one does is that it kind of holds the bolt from the other end, so I can put finish on the other side and make it look nice. I am gonna sign it because I like signing my stuff, and after I do that, I'll finish it. Now I have to clamp it very softly because I don't want to break it. I just need to hold it for a few minutes. It's done. It came out really nice. I really like it. I'm gonna put a couple of pictures at the end so you can see it, but hey, tell me if you like it. And like and share and subscribe and all those things that people say. See you later.